Well, it happened. The president, who I support, I hope he wins. But as I'm going to talk about tomorrow, there's a silver lining if he doesn't. But I still hope he wins. I'm saying this personally in my own capacity. Commuted the sentence of Roger Stone. One could say that Larry Klayman, yours truly, at least one half a loaf, because I have been arguing that he should not pardon Roger Stone. That not only would that set a very bad precedent for our justice system, and of course it doesn't justify the lack of prosecution of James Comey, the Lovebirds, Bruce Orr, Clapper, Brennan, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Bidens, which we're doing at Freedom Watch with our citizens' grand juries. We've already indicted Robert Mueller, and he will be tried once the coronavirus subsides to some extent. But even a commutation was too much because it sends the wrong signal. And while I'm no fan of Mitt Romney or Toomey, the senator from Pennsylvania, and some others, the governor of Maryland, who's also a Republican, they were correct. It's not right. You cannot commute the sentence of your friend, your so-called friend, and not pay a political price. And the president will pay a political price for that. It could be the difference between winning and losing in the fall. And what do we get? Joe Biden and whatever Cretan-esque vice president he may decide to choose. Somebody like Tammy Duckworth, who doesn't know whether or not George Washington should be honored as our first president and great leader of our revolution, creating a free republic. So the president made a mistake. It's going to wind up hurting him with regard to Stone. And here's something that people need to understand, because I get very frustrated. You know, Hannity spews forth the same BS every night. He's not terribly bright. He has to repeat himself over and over again. He's in effect a groupie. He wants to be friends with the president. And before Michael Cohen got into trouble, that was, of course, his lawyer for real estate matters. But when that happened, okay, I never had him as my lawyer. I mean, the guy is not honest. I've dealt with him for years. You can read my book, Whores, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment. I won't get into it here on this short podcast. But Roger Stone, just consider two facts. Number one, he wasn't unfairly convicted. He didn't present one witness at trial, not one, not even himself. The blowhard himself refused to take the stand. So it wouldn't matter whether he was tried in front of Judge Amy Berman Jackson, who I have had issues with, or a biased jury. Could have been tried in Virginia, in Maryland, anywhere. He would be convicted. He never wanted a new trial because he would be convicted at even quicker, rapid, short order the second time. And I might add, the conviction was on 5 counts of perjury, lying under oath, threatening witnesses with bar complaints, and by threatening their dog, Randy Credico, bar complaints of their best friend. And Stone has put up a felon, Pete Santilli, to file one against me. And I have reason to believe he's paying for that with the money that he raises. It's cost me a lot of time and expense. It's totally frivolous, but you have to deal with it. And of course, you've got the situation where Stone, when he represented me, was secretly representing, I found out later, when he was with my Senate campaign back in 2003 in Florida, he was representing Al Sharpton secretively. Now, this is a person, Al Sharpton, a con man, fraudster, race baiter, white racist, who, he's not white, but he's racist against whites and cops, who's actually called for killing of cops and others, along with Farrakhan. This is someone that Stone supported, someone that is attempting to destroy the Trump presidency. So the president will be well advised, as I write in my column last week, or at least imply, and I go to freedomwatchusa.org and read that, to stay away from Stone, because he's bad news. He's poison. And the old adage, when you hang around poop, and I'm cleaning up the analogy here, you start to smell like it. And that's going to be a problem. Now, Stone, of course, now has been let free. He's still a convicted felon. He'll never get a new trial that will stick. But I now have, on behalf of Dr. Jerome Corsi, who Stone defamed, and me, 6 or 7, I can't even count them at this point, defamation lawsuits all over the country. You know, and we will get justice with regard to Roger Stone. Maybe we'll call him O.J. Stone. You know, O.J. was acquitted in the criminal case. Stone got a commutation, but he was held accountable civilly for what he had done. But this is what really upsets me. And, you know, as far as Hannity's concerned, Hannity's showcasing it today because he's playing the conventional wisdom, you know, of how to gin up advertising dollars and get close with the president and be the groupie that he is. Stone's on tonight. I'm going to be watching carefully. And I got a warning for Hannity. You say anything that holds Dr. Jerome Corsi or Larry Klayman in a false light, you'll be sued within 24 hours. Because frankly, I'm not going to deal with this stuff anymore. I'm not. The American people are being deceived. That's why I say get up off your couch, put the popcorn and put the Coke down, Coca-Cola that is. Of course, a lot of the American people are on the other kind, and get to work. Get to work in cleaning this country up. Forget the scandal industry, and that's the title of my new book. It takes a revolution, not it takes a village of Hillary Clinton. It takes a revolution, forget the scandal industry, because who's doing the heavy lifting here? It's not the government. They're not doing anything with regard to China. And now the coronavirus has reared its ugly head yet again. We have a class action lawsuit in Dallas. We have a case in Jerusalem, Israel. I have a criminal complaint in The Hague. Who's doing the work? We, the people, through Freedom Watch. And who is addressing other issues in this country that are destroying this country? The leftist governors. I've opposed Gavin Newsom. We have a lawsuit for Ben Stein and for Judy Mikovits in Sacramento, California. We're taking the action here. Government doesn't take any action. These looters and criminals are roaming the streets. More death every single day. New York City has become a vast wasteland. And watch what we do with regard to the police. We'll be bringing a case to defend their interests later this week. So share this podcast. I thank Radio America for allowing me to tell the truth as I see it. But start listening to the truth, not people that are feathering their own nest like Hannity and Fox News, but people who actually want to do something about this country as it sinks lower and lower into an abyss of corruption and, for that matter, destruction. And that's my message for today. I know it's a dire message, but either we wake up or we're not going to have a country much longer. So go to freedomwatchusa.org, support our class action, see if you qualify against China, the communist Chinese. Support our cases to protect the police. Support our cases with regard to everything else that we're doing with social media. And I thank you for listening to me each day. Share this. You can find it on our podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, Roku, Amazon Fire, the new equivalent of Twitter, Parlay, on freedomwatchusa.org, on radioamerica.com, on Facebook, everywhere. Share it far and wide. Get the word out, because our country is sinking fast, sinking so fast that if we don't do something now, frankly, it's just a matter of months till we go under. God bless you. God bless America. God save America. And thank you for listening to me.